Hello and welcome to the video walkthrough of the Pipplet language assessment. This video will present the overall structure of the test and explain the main principles behind the assessment we conduct. Here we are displaying the page to begin the test. As you can see, John Smith did not have to log in to access the exam, and the test invitation took him directly to this page. The page introduces the scenario-based format of the test. Once the conditions are accepted, the candidate can begin the exam. The candidate will then be presented with several guidelines before officially starting the exam. The candidate should find a quiet place, use a computer with a microphone, speak clearly, and take the test in one attempt. Let's go on to the page to request microphone access. The candidate will click on the button, triggering the microphone access dialog to be displayed, and the candidate will then click on Allow. Next, the candidate will be prompted to verify that their microphone and speakers and/or headphones are working properly. They will click on the microphone icon to begin recording, then speak the given phrase as a test. Test 1, 2, 3. Then click on the icon again to stop the recording. A second icon will then appear, which will play the recording. Our recording worked. To answer the question, can you hear your voice clearly? Let's click on Yes, continue to the test. We have now reached the tutorial of the test format. The questions and/or prompts will be displayed on the left side of the screen. Every question is timed. Questions will be submitted automatically at the end of the allotted time. The same microphone icon is utilized to record. Click once to begin recording. Click a second time to stop. Candidates can re-record as many times as they wish in the allotted time period. Clicking on Submit submits the response. The green bar displays the test progression. We now have the final page displayed before beginning the test. The test is composed of 4 questions that require oral responses and 3 that require written responses. Let's begin the test. The candidate arrives at the first test question, a question that requires a simple out-loud reading of the text displayed. This question provides an easy way for the candidate to demonstrate their pronunciation skills in the given language. The candidate will click on the record button, read the text, then click again to stop recording. Let's go on to the next question. Here, the candidate will be asked to look at the image and describe it in their own words, using as much detail as possible. The candidate's response will be evaluated with regards to the grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, cohesiveness, and overall fluency they will have demonstrated. We will follow the same process to record our response and move on to the following question. The third question presents the candidate with a scenario supported by the image on the left. Candidates must respond as if they were calling a mechanic to explain the situation. Similarly to the preceding question, the objective is to evaluate the candidate's speaking competencies. Again, we record our answer, submit, and proceed. We have now reached the final and most complex speaking question. The candidate is given another scenario. However, this question seeks to assess the candidate's listening skills as well as their speaking proficiency. Candidates are asked to listen to a recording, in this case representing a colleague speaking during a work meeting. Let's listen together.
Voilà les résultats de l'enquête sur le bonheur au travail dans notre entreprise. Les résultats sont assez irréguliers. Avez-vous des idées d'actions à mener pour améliorer la satisfaction des employés sur le long terme?
Candidates then must demonstrate that they have understood the excerpt and thus respond appropriately. Take note, the instructions specify that the candidate should develop at least 2 ideas in their response. Let's record our answer, submit, and move on. We have now begun the written portion of the Pipplet test. Candidates are prompted to describe the image in writing using as much detail as possible. The word count displayed keeps track of how much we have written. We can only move on to the next question if we have achieved the minimum word count. Let's proceed. For the second writing question, candidates must read a written correspondence and respond accordingly. To maintain test-taking integrity, copying and pasting a response is not permitted by the software, and candidates cannot exit the tab. The final test question is an essay prompt, in which the candidate must write 600 characters. They will respond to the given question, providing examples and specific reasons in their answer. The exam is completed and the thank you page is displayed. Pipplet proposes a satisfaction survey to test takers as well as the possibility to inform the technical team of an error. In the case of a technical error, the team will respond right away to the candidate. 85% of our candidates say that they enjoyed taking the test. Our professional native language evaluators assess the candidates' responses, and we provide you with the final results within 24 hours. Thank you, and do not hesitate to contact the Pipplet team with any questions.